Welcome to Healthy Living with Yoga Anita, where I interview inspiring guests from the healing arts, nonprofits, and charitable organizations, along with people who simply love life and having fun. Together, we share practical wellness tips, uplifting stories, and ideas to help you live a healthier, happier life. And now, on with the show. And welcome to the show. In the studio with me, I have Patty and Pat, Patricia Stern and Patrick Kelly from Loaves Fishes Food Pantry, which is out of Devens, Mass. Hello and welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
Coming. Okay, who wants to start? How about Patty? Patty, since you are, what's your official title?
Executive Director.
Executive Director, okay. So, Patty, tell us a little bit about you.
A little bit about me. Well, I came to the pantry about 19 years ago and have had the pleasure of seeing it grow through the years. The pantry is about 43 years old. So I've been there for just about half of it.
Wow, yes, because we were saying off air, my mom used to volunteer there.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't in the location it's in now. And yeah, she really enjoyed it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So did you do anything else before that?
I actually did. I was a school business administrator for many years, and I feel like
Which school district?
The Shirley School District.
Oh my gosh, okay. Another connection, because I was an educator for 30 years as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so you brought your expertise because to run a school.
Well, yes, some transferable skills came over.
Yes, a lot of transferable skills. Mm-hmm. Okay. Pat, do you want to tell a little bit about your background?
Sure. Well, I'm serving right now as the president of the board
Mm-hmm.
at the pantry, and I've been there in different roles for about 4.5 years.
Yes.
And had the pleasure to work with Patty and all the staff and volunteers who are there. My full-time job is working with a software and manufacturing company
Mm-hmm.
in Chelmsford,
Yeah.
and I spent quite a few years in the software industry and
Yeah.
the education connection. I spent 12 years on the school committee for Aaron Shirley and was
Okay.
part of the team that helped actually brought that region together and build the new high school.
Yes, and that high school is gorgeous too.
Yes, beautiful.
Yes, all right. Okay, back to Loaves and Fishes. So tell us about Loaves and Fishes. Patty, why don't you start?
Sure. So as I mentioned, the pantry has been in existence for just about 43 years. We
Mm-hmm.
started in 1983. The brainchild, really, of several women in Harvard who said, there are people who are hungry here. What can we do about that?
Mm-hmm.
And in that first year, they served about 50 people in a hot meal program, which was wonderful, with volunteer effort from the community. However, after the first year, they realized that there was more need out there, and it was at that point in time that they transitioned into that of a food pantry. So we've had many, many homes throughout the area. They began in Ayr, in a couple of the churches there,
Mm-hmm.
moved to a few homes in Devens, and in about 2003, we were able to, through a capital campaign, we purchased this building from Mass Development for $1 and a can of peas. We actually have a picture of it, too.
Yes, I think I saw that picture.
Yeah. So through the capital campaign, they raised over $1 million and were able to bring the existing building down to its bones and re-raise it as a pantry, which was an incredible effort for the community to have done. So that's where we are now.
And it's a beautiful building. I mean,
That it is.
Has everything that you need.
It does.
Yeah.
However, because of the need, we are actually outgrowing our space at this
Are you
point.
really?
Yes, we are.
You're going to have to look at another building on Devens. There's lots of them there.
Well, that's interesting that you should say that, because my friend here, Pat, has established a space committee that's going to be looking at just that.
Oh, really? Really? You got your eye on any buildings up there?
Nothing yet, but definitely, you're right. There are opportunities at Devens.
Yes.
We're hopeful we can find another one. We're willing to pay maybe 2 cans of peas for it.
2 cans of peas. All right, everyone out there, 2 cans of peas. All right.
That is part of the challenge. Obviously, there could be a lot of capital behind it that will have to do that. But as Patty mentioned, the programming and the need has grown exponentially in the last 6 years. So we are bursting at the seams in the pantry. As great a facility as it is,
Right.
we are really running out of space.
And you just don't have dry goods in there. You have refrigerated goods as well.
And a freezer, yeah.
Yes, so you need that. And you need the loading dock. You have that great truck.
Yes, we do.
I love that great truck. Okay. So tell us more how you service or how the food pantry works.
Shall I take this one, Pat?
Sure.
Okay. So it's quite simple. If you are one of our neighbors in one of our 7 communities, all you need to do is show up at the pantry. We have a drive-through.
What are the communities?
Sure. Air, Devens, Dunstable, Groton, Harvard, Littleton, and Shirley.
Okay.
However, we never turn anyone away that comes from any other community.
Okay.
We will provide them with food, and probably one of the most important things that we will do is give them resources and referrals to other places in their area where they can go for food or other supports.
Okay.
So a client drives up, just kind of like a Dunkin' Donuts or a McDonald's drive-through. They drive up, and our volunteers will be out there talking to them. Our client services team will be chatting with them. We'll get the information that we need, pop it into our computer system, and off they go. And inside, it is a beehive of activity where our volunteers, we have nearly 500 volunteers, not all there on the same day. But coming and playing different roles within the pantry. They'll be packing goods for our clients. Clients drive around to the back of the building, and our volunteers help them load their groceries. Actually, Pat has been doing that job an awful lot. I think that's one of his favorite jobs. But there are many, many things that we can volunteer as. We can pack groceries, we can talk to clients, we can sort and receive donations. We have drivers that drive to all the various grocery stores, farms, gardens, orchards, and pick up food and bring it back to the pantry.
So you have a whole network of these organizations who will donate food to you?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. You can shout out some of them if you like.
Sure. Just about every grocery store in the area.
Yes.
We have a great partnership with the Greater Boston Food Bank, obviously. We have wonderful partnerships with area gardens and orchards, Gaining Grounds, for example, out in Concord. Can you think of any other ones, Pat?
Carlson Orchards always makes great donations to us.
Bolton Orchards?
Carlson
Orchards, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then right here in Leominster, we like to shout out to New England Apple, because they bring us wonderful cider during the holidays. So
yes.
we're thrilled to have that.
Home of Johnny Appleseed. Thank you very much. All right. So tell us more.
Yeah, I think Patty's description of the Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru is really apt, and there was a change during COVID where most people might think of food pantries as people can kind of go in and shop, and that was true for us years ago, and COVID really changed that. And coming out of COVID, we realized a couple of things. One, the need had grown so significantly post-COVID that we couldn't really return to the in-pantry shopping because the numbers of people who needed food had increased so much, we couldn't possibly do it efficiently by offering that service anymore, and so we don't. And most people are okay with that. Some certainly miss it because there was a social aspect to it. But our numbers have increased so dramatically that we just couldn't get enough food or have enough volunteers to do it.
Can I ask you, do people have control over what they get?
Absolutely do. That's one of the other great additions that came out of that was people can put in their orders online.
Really?
So they can do their shopping online, not unlike they can do with lots of grocery stores in the country. And
do they have to be in your system first?
Yes.
Okay, so how would they get into your system?
So what they would do is come and visit the pantry or give our client services team a call, and they will be assigned a special number, a special code.
Okay.
And when they come to the pantry, well, they place their order first, and when they come to pick it up, they select the day they would like to pick it up. They just have to show us that number, and the order is waiting there for them, all the shelf-stable items, and at that moment when they arrive at the pantry, all of their fresh and frozen items are packed on the spot.
Wow. So as a software person, Pat,
Mhm.
is that automated in any way? Do you have scanners or anything like that?
We don't. It's interesting because we've had some conversations. We're not quite there, but
I
we.
sparked something in him.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I think, yes, you have. And we are looking, we have some projects internally where we're looking
Maybe
at some
in the
things.
new building with
that
2 cans of bees.
would
Maybe
be
maybe
fab.
it'll be 3 cans of bees.
Might have to be.
Yeah.
Might have to be
Yeah.
3. But it is fantastic when they pull up and they talk to the client service coordinator and they hand their number, that gets handed to somebody internally we call them shoppers, and they're
Right.
filling the cart. And they just pull around the corner. It's only about 40 feet, one left turn, and their bags and their groceries come out and go into their car and they go. So it very
Amazing.
much is like a drive-through experience.
Amazing. All right. So you told us how you got started. You told us about your building. You told us about how people can become part of your program. What are the days that people can go and pick up their groceries?
Sure, they can come any Wednesday, any Friday. We're open the first Tuesday evening of every month and the third Saturday
Okay.
morning of every month.
Okay, and that's all posted.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So now let's talk about the people who run Loaves and Fishes besides yourselves. Who else you got there?
Sure. So we have 3 full-time employees, myself being one of them, my assistant, and we have a new role called operations manager, and she takes care of the day-to-day business at the pantry when it is opened.
Okay.
Then we have 8 other individuals that are all very part-time. Our client services team is part-time, our food team is part-time, there are 2 people on each of those teams.
Yes.
And then we also have a volunteer coordinator assistant, very part-time, and to drive that beautiful truck that you've seen,
Yes.
we have 2 very part-time drivers.
Yes. All right. So let's talk about the volunteers.
So I just got the information from our operations manager yesterday that we have 530 individuals who have volunteered in the pantry over the last year.
Wow.
And they have given us 18,560.5 hours
Oh my
of their time.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
They all come to us with a big heart. I would say that that's the common thread between all of them. They want to give back to their community and help their neighbors who are less fortunate.
Okay. Do you have any criteria on volunteers?
We do not. You just have to
They
have
do not. They do not. And Devens is just a short ride from Leominster. I do it at least once a week. Yes, so. What if somebody wanted to volunteer? What do they have to do?
That's easy as well. You can go onto our website and there's a whole page on volunteering. You can give us a call. It's very easy to do. You can sign up right on our website and information goes right down to our operations manager and she'll be back in touch with you or her assistant.
Pat, I'm looking at something you have open in front of you. It says Hunger on the Rise. Do you want to tell us a little bit about those statistics you got there?
Sure. I think there are 2 really important things. So the Greater Boston Food Bank that we're a partner with and Mass General Brigham did a research study in 2025 and came out with their results. And the results are that 40% of the households in Massachusetts are experiencing food insecurity.
Wow.
And it's not always who and where you would think. It exists everywhere in the
That
state.
is true. As a classroom teacher, I saw it, Yes, you're
Yeah,
true. That is so
it
true.
exists everywhere in the state. And one of the things we noticed about is Middlesex County, which we happen to be in, and our service area is in, has had the single highest increase in the last 2 years in
And
food
you wouldn't think
insecurity.
so. You think Middlesex County is the rich county, Concord, I heard.
Yes.
Concord and Littleton and Acton, all those centers, you would think people have higher income. They are experiencing this as well, right?
Absolutely. I think there are changes, not to get political, but legislation matters.
Yes.
And decisions made to cut SNAP funding we've seen an impact, and we're confident we haven't even seen the real impact from that yet.
Right.
Patty has paid attention to the data for a long time and correctly predicts that we're usually 2 years behind the event, because people do their best. They do their absolute best to not come.
That's right.
Either because of embarrassment or they think, well, I'm not that desperate yet, and I don't want to take it away from
Give
someone
it to somebody
else.
else who really needs it.
Right.
Yes.
When we try to communicate, you don't have to get that bad, because we hear stories all the time people who are being forced to choose between paying a bill or going to the doctor and getting some food.
Right.
And if they can come and visit us and get some food, then they can also pay that doctor bill or fill the car with gas, which is, we all know, is getting more expensive to do.
Yes, that's for sure. And a high percentage is also seniors, people on fixed incomes as well. Do you notice that?
Absolutely. The lowest percent, although it's growing in every area, the lowest percentage is children, because most parents will feed their kids before they feed themselves.
Exactly, yes.
But it's
Or they get it through school, right. Most schools.
Yep.
Some of that funding has been cut as well.
It has been. In our particular state of Massachusetts, we're lucky the governor supported replacing all those federal funds that we no longer get for school lunch.
Yes.
And so that was a good sign. And Patty and the team puts together special programs in the summer just for kids to hand out extra bags of food to all families with children so that they can make it through that summer period a little bit better.
Right, right. Because for a lot of children, their main meal would be in school.
True.
Yes. And a lot of them would put things in their backpack to take home for their siblings, too. I noticed that, too. Yes.
I think on the other end of the spectrum with the senior citizen population, we're really proud of what we have done there. We're working in partnership with all of the area councils on aging in each of our communities. And together, we're trying to get food to the senior citizens, those who are homebound and those who have transportation barriers.
So do you partner with Meals on Wheels, or is that something different?
That's something different.
That's
we
something
do not
different.
partner with them, but we work closely with the council's administrative staff to identify folks in their communities that need help.
Yeah.
And they often will have a MART bus, or they have volunteers that come to the pantry and pick up the groceries for those who can't get to the pantry.
Ah, okay.
Yes, and the exciting thing that's on the horizon, scheduled to start in the beginning of September, is a program that we're calling Loaves Fishes on the Move.
Oh.
We were able to, thanks to a grant from Senator Cronin, we were able to secure a van, brand new van. It's in our possession, and we will be putting it on the road in September and piloting a delivery program so that we can reach more people, because our councils on aging have reached capacity in terms of what they can do, and we know there are still folks out there who desperately need our help.
Yes.
So this van will be traveling to them and delivering the food to them, to their doorsteps.
Not only delivering food, which is an essential, but also bringing a little bit of happiness to somebody. I know my dad was homebound for many years after my mom passed. Didn't see anyone except for me, and then it was COVID. Didn't see anyone except for me and the food delivery person, and just that little spark. And it was like, 2 minutes? Somebody would come to the door, and, it's also a good check, because if, my dad didn't answer the door, they would call me and say, he didn't answer the door, better check on him. So that is fantastic. That's fantastic.
We're very excited about it.
Oh, I can see you're very excited about it. All right. What else do you want to tell us or promote?
So I think Pat alluded to some of the statistics on the state side of things, but let's just bring it closer to home and tell you that we have never seen so many households come through our door than we did this past fiscal year, which ended on June 30th. We have seen a 109% increase in the folks that need our support in the last 5 years.
My goodness.
It's a lot of people. It actually works out to 1,202 households, which represents about 3,400 individuals in our service area who are in need.
Unbelievable. We're so lucky. We're so fortunate we have organizations like you guys to help. But we just got to get the word out there, right?
Yeah, agreed. I think plenty of people know about us, but either choose or hesitate to come because they don't understand how it works. Or I think one of the things Patty mentioned too is we do have a service area, that's our charter, but we have provided food to others. In fact, when the federal employees had their problems in their contract, they weren't getting paid.
Right.
Patty put a program together, and we invited all federal employees from anywhere in the state that we would provide them food, and we had quite a few come visit us.
Right. And there's still plenty of federal employees on Devens, working
Yes.
on Devens right now.
Yes.
Right. And there might be some people who, what about some people like from Leominster who work on Devens? Would they qualify?
They would.
Yes.
In fact, the way we approach it is anybody who lives in or works in or goes to school in our service area, we're happy to help and
Good.
support.
Okay.
And we also spend a lot of time gathering the information from all other communities to be able to provide them with information on the great programs that are even closer to them than that. But you bring up a good point, because if their kids are in school here and they have to come here to pick them up, then they might not be able to get back to somewhere else in time for a pantry. So
Right. Okay.
we're happy to support them.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Now, I know I was part of the big walk, which is in May, so that it's a little bit away, but we want to talk about it now, Patty, because
We depend upon donations from the community. There are lots of ways to help us, but certainly financial is one of the biggest things that we need. And I might start this by saying that 86 cents of every single dollar that is donated to us goes directly back to client services. It's an incredible percentage. We're extraordinarily proud of that. So back to the walk led by Pat this past year was the most successful that we've ever had. We brought in over $55,000, and that goes a long way to buying a lot of food.
even though the day wasn't that great, from what I remember, it wasn't that great, but it was fun to see. I went there and I volunteered and I did a little yoga before people went out for their walk, but then I left and I was driving around and I saw people walking with their dogs. Whole
Yes.
families were walking, and moms with kids in their strollers and wagons, and it's just a fun day. It's a fun day.
Agreed. It was fantastic. You're right. It wasn't the best weather, but it also wasn't the worst we've ever had.
Right,
So,
yeah.
You know, May 1st is that early spring. It can go either way.
Right.
And we're always thankful for the yoga sessions you do before the walk that help warm people up, especially because it was a little chilly that day.
Yes, it was. It was very chilly.
And so that's really important.
So before we wrap up, is there anything else that you would like to stress about Loaves and Fishes Food Pantry?
So I would just like to thank the community for their many, many years of support. And that comes in the support from businesses and farms and gardens and orchards and the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts and the houses of worship, and the list goes on. We have so many folks that do contribute to us. And every penny helps. Every single penny helps. And I love to tell the story of this little guy who came in with his Boy Scout troop. And I didn't know whether he was not interested in the tour, or he was antsy, or he just wanted to leave. He was being a little 8-year-old boy.
Yeah.
And he reached into his pocket and he pulled out a quarter. And he handed it to me. And he said, "Mrs. Stern, this is for the pantry." And you know, I keep that quarter on my desk to remind me every single day of the work that we're doing at the pantry and how important it is for everybody to get involved however they can.
Yes.
Whether it's with the gift of finances, the gift of food, the gift of their time, their professional services. They may have a special, like you, with your yoga services, coming in and helping us with the walk. It's all important. It takes a community.
It does. It does. Now, how can people get hold of you?
You go to our website, Loaves and Fishes Food Pantry. There are other Loaves and Fishes. We are on Devens, as you've said several
Yes.
times.
Okay.
Visit our website, and there you will find links to be able to do all the ways we offer. The ways you can help us, as Patty said. You can donate money. You can donate your time. And we want to make sure you donate your knowledge to others. If you know someone who needs us, tell them about us.
Okay.
If you know someone who can support us, tell them about us.
Okay.
we don't turn away anyone who needs anything, nor do we turn away anyone who wants to help us.
Fantastic. Anything else you want to end with, Pat?
On the back of the T-shirt you're wearing, the top of it, it says "Food equals hope," and it's part of how we live our mission at the Pantry.
Yes.
And gives us energy to do everything that we do, because it brings hope. And you were very smart about this new program that Patty put together, Loaves Fishes on the Go, is about bringing hope, not just contact, which you're right, people will love and benefit from, but making sure they can get the food that they need to exist and thrive. And that's what we're about.
Thank you. All right, Patty and Pat from Loaves and Fishes Food Pantry in Devens, thank you so much for coming out today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Anita.
You're
Thanks for
so
having us.
welcome. You are listening to Healthy Living with Yoga Anita, and we will be back. And welcome back to the show. It's now time for my weekly health tip. This week, let's talk about celebrating your strengths. Take a moment to reflect on challenges you've overcome and the qualities that help you succeed. Write down 3 strengths you appreciate about yourself and repeat this affirmation. I trust myself and my inner strength. Recognizing your resilience helps you move forward with confidence and warmth. For these and more tips, please listen to my show, Healthy Living with Yoga Anita, right here on this podcast, or my weekly radio show on WLPZ 95.1 FM. Love and peace. And welcome back to the show. I want to thank this week's guest, Patty Stearns and Patrick Kelly from Loaves and Fishes Food Pantry in Devens, Mass, for coming to us and telling us all about how they provide services in their area. And just because you might be out of that area doesn't mean you cannot help. So please get a hold of them and find their website and see how you can also help feed people in need. I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button so you never miss another episode. Thanks for tuning in today, and please comment, like, and share this podcast with your friends. I really appreciate you. Have a great week, everyone. Love and peace.